Hi everyone, this is William Dow here at SlantRange. In this video we're going to talk about one of SlantView's most powerful features. This is the custom filter. Custom filters allow you to match the spectral signature of a feature in your flight and have SlantView automatically search for it and detect other instances throughout the field. In this tutorial we're going to walk through an example of identifying daughter weed in an alfalfa field. To activate the custom filters we need to go to Display, Image View, Orientation, and change from North Up to As Collected. Now if we double click and transfer control to the image window, we'll identify one of these patches of daughter weed and we can draw a box around it. So hold down the control key and left click and drag to draw a box. You'll see the reflectance characteristics of this area. Right click and you'll be given the option to filter out this area that you've selected or to create a map of it. And so for example, if you're dealing with a vineyard or an orchard and you want to remove ground cover between rows that's not bare soil, you could use a custom filter to highlight the grass, and then you could choose to filter out other patches of grass that match that spectral signature. And we give you the option to filter out absolute and to filter out a relative spectral signature, which is more effective when you're dealing with a lot of shadows and differences in illumination. If you have an orchard, for example, where you have a patch of grass that's very shaded that you want to remove, and then in another area it's in full sunlight. But in this case, we want to actually create a map of this daughter weed that we're highlighting. And so we're not measuring the stress of the daughter weeds, we just want to create an area density map of where the weeds are at throughout the field. So you can see this brings up a view where you can see all of the filters. Right now we have a shadow and soil filters set to 0.5 and 0.5, and while you're defining the width of the custom filter, you can also edit the soil and shadow filters simultaneously. So if we hold down the control key, we'll turn down the shadow and soil filters so you can see exactly what the custom filter is doing. Hold down the control and shift keys to turn on the soil filter. And so you can see we have a custom filter right now. And to edit the strength of that filter, just move your cursor inside the box, hold down the control key, and use the scroll wheel on the mouse to increase the width of the filter or decrease. So that looks about right. And then we'll bring back the filters that we already had. So we'll turn that shadow up to 0.5. And we'll turn the soil filter back up to 0.5. One thing to keep in mind is that if you want to go back and edit the custom filter later on, you need to remember where you drew the box. And so a useful tool is to just drop an annotation there, and then you can go back and you can set multiple filters in different locations and remember which is which. Once you're satisfied with the strength of all three filters, we'll return control to the map window and reprocess the dataset. You can use this button on the toolbar or go to Settings, Processing, and recalculate. So now you can see another layer has been added to our map window. That's this custom density. You can see all the detections of daughter weeds throughout the field. And when you export various data products like the GeoTIFF, KML, and shapefile, you will have this custom density filter available. So we save results, export map, Google Earth KMZ. From the map window, you can also view a KMZ directly by right-clicking View Maps with Google Earth. And you can see we have that custom filter available for all those detections of daughter weeds throughout the field, as well as the other map products that were created. In our user guide, we have a more detailed discussion on all the ways that you can use custom filters. We encourage you to read more about it there and experiment with using these filters on your own. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next video.